Joe Biden, the king of optics, after all. Yesterday, I didn't realize this, but he was down at a Boston airport the day after 9/11, knowing that two of the planes took off from Logan Airport in Boston, decided to start yelling at everybody, saying, "What the hell is the matter with us?" Buddy, you're about 21 years late if you wanted to be asking that question, but here he is doing his dark Brandon routine, which is as cringe as it sounds, but I don't know if he thinks this is good optics or whoever his handlers are, because let's be honest, he's not coming up with any of this stuff. If this was Joe of the 1980s when he tried to run for the first time during his, ninth or 10th stay in the Senate, but whatever, if that was that guy back in the day, it would have been a better presidency, okay? Joe at any point in time, okay, prior to this iteration would have been a much better president. But this is what we have right now, so we got to deal with the situation at hand. Not shoulds, is. So what is he fucking meandering on about? Joe Biden expressed frustration about the state of American airports on Monday. Yeah, again, good timing on that fucking complaining situation. Even though he made funding for trains a greater priority of his infrastructure bill. Yeah, I like the sounds when we're taking off in a train as opposed to an airplane. My ice cream cone doesn't smush into my face, and it looks really bad. And I used to remember trains when I was a kid because that's what we'd like to do in college. America invented modern aviation. No, it was the Wright brothers. They were Americans, not America. You guys just co-opted all that fucking nonsense and made all of those stupid TSAs and basically ruined American ingenuity if we really want to get down to the root. But whatever, you're on some fucking screed, Grandpa. Don't interrupt him, because he'll have to just restart it over and over again. But we've allowed our airports to lag behind our competitors. Again, just take a look at the people that you hire for the TSA, who are just more concerned about getting home in enough time to catch the recent episode of Maury than actually screening terrorists that were on there. Just saying. President spoke about airports during a visit to Logan International Airport in Boston to help promote the exact airport where two of the four planes used in 9/11 took off from that day. To promote more government infrastructure spending, which is always the cure to everything, right? The government's here and they're here to help. Cool. It's not like they don't have a long, illustrious history of literally fucking everything fucking everything up that they touch. See, talking about Biden, I end up, retracing his enunciation tactics. He gripped the United States. Oh, he griped, there we go, that the United States did not have any airports listed as the best in the world. Okay, cool. You got some of the biggest ones, and they aren't very good because the people that are there. How about you talk about that? No, they just need more money, and then they'll perform better. That's what happened when I had this one boy at my place to throw some money at him, and I said, "You shine my shoes quicker. Hurry up, boy, do a good job so I can let your mom out." Today, not a single solitary American airport, not one ranks in the top 25 in the world, he said before growing angry. What the hell is the matter with us? Got some advice for you, Joe. You should look inward before you start looking outward for those types of answers. What the hell is the matter with us? No, Joe. What the hell is the matter with you? Because you're supposed to be in charge of the economy, right? As commander-in-chief, you should be more concerned about the cares and the wants and the needs of the American people, as opposed to the people who just get flued out every once in a while. Sure, you know what? The people that were using those airports were more concerned about making sure that they were up to date on all the protocols. You know what? Making sure, wear your mask. Okay, now over your nose. Okay, put it back on. You've been drinking for too long. That's what they've been concerned with over the past 2 years, as opposed to a more all-accommodating flight experience. And again, the amount of people that fly on a regular basis is a very small percentage of people. I would love to get those statistics that are out there, okay? Because again, I know I'm from Canada and from, northern Alberta and all that shit, and we're just more accustomed to driving everywhere because everything is so vast, and small city airports are just kind of garbage to begin with. But I didn't fly until I was early 20s. I can't quite remember. I always forget which Christmas that was when we went down to Las Vegas for a week, and fucking garbage Christmas vacation that was. Another story for another day, but not a lot of people fly on a regular basis, but everybody is affected by rampant inflation. I thought, hey man, wasn't there like a bill that you guys passed a couple of weeks ago? Wasn't that called the Inflation Reduction Act? Okay. No. It takes a little while in order for it to kick in, even though all of the experts that were out there said that inflation was going to be going down this month. But lo and behold, we got some numbers from August, and consumer prices unexpectedly rise again. What happened? You just sent more money over to Ukraine? You just earmarked, what, $300 billion, and all of a sudden consumer prices go up? What happened? After a brief respite in July from the worst inflation in 40 years, consumer prices are rising again. Oh, did it overtake the amount that it dropped in July? Because that's really what we're just kind of looking at. Compared with a month earlier, the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index rose 0.1 of a percentage point. On a year-over-year basis, the CPI was up 8.3%. Congratulations, Joe. That's one record that you have beat. Both were higher than expected. Economists had expected CPI to rise 8.1% compared with a year ago, and we still have so many more months to go. And don't worry, they're just trying to put bandages over everything until after the midterm elections. It's so bloody transparent at this point. So again, you want to see all the backlash from all of these stupid fucking spending policies and shipping out pallets and pallets of cash to the Ukraine. Just wait until about, I don't know, the end of the fiscal year for some really disgusting numbers. About the third week in November for proof of concept on that, when the numbers just start to take the fuck off. Don't be shocked if double-digit inflation numbers end up getting reported. I'm not hoping for it, and I would love for the world's economy to recover, but stupid policies like that and everything, all of the trends are set by the United States, and the rest of us just have to fucking compensate in the wake. The month-over-month figure was expected to be down 0.1 of a percentage point. Oh, okay, so they were off by 0.2 of a percentage point. Congratulations, in the wrong direction. In July, the Labor Department said CPI was up 8.5% compared with a year earlier and unchanged prior to June. Oh, okay, so by virtue of it being up, it didn't stay the same. Congratulations. That was your one down month. It maintaining its level. Fucking Christ. Prices were up 9.1% in June compared to the year earlier and rose 1.3% compared to the prior month. The economy has been experiencing the worst inflation of over 40 years, but it's not a recession, man. GDP has just been contracting for 2 consecutive quarters, and that's not actually for reflection. All this stuff and the things, and and corn pop is more expensive than ever, but my ice cream is fine. Whatever the fuck he'll mumble fuck his way into his next press conference, even though we can probably schedule that for, a week before the midterms? Yeah, don't expect Joe to be handing out any fucking Halloween candy in the near future. But he could dress up like a vampire because it wouldn't really require that much makeup. Figures upend hopes that inflation may have peaked and already be steadily on the decline. No, if you just take a look at the amount of money that's being spent, the amount that is to be spent, and the amount that's going to be spent even in the remainder of Joe Biden's paltry term. But no, he's just going to complain about why aren't airports nicer? Just truly a doddering old man at this point. But hey, man, looks like somebody's at least paying attention to the tactics of Joe Biden. Your policies fucking suck. Well, hey, at least you make a lot of headlines when you start yelling and stigmatizing the other side. And that's what Tim Ryan, the Democratic candidate for the vacant, I think it's Rob Portman? Something like that. He's running against JD Vance for the U.S. Senate seat this midterm cycle, and yeah, he wants to kill and confront extremist Republicans. Oh, their movement, at least. But it's a lot more fun to say that he's openly calling for violence because, hey, man, if JD Vance even said anything approximating what Tim Ryan had just said, and we'll get to the actual verbiage of that, if JD Vance had said anything like that, he would be disqualified. Those cucks down at the RNC would be taking him off the ballot. Oh, we can't be having that kind of talk that's out there. Fuck them. You gotta fight fire with fire sometimes. Representative Tim Ryan, running for the open U.S. Senate seat in Ohio, said Tuesday on MSNBC's Morning Joe that an exhausted majority needed to kill and confront the extremist Republican movement. You had the audacity. Why would you say that? What would possess you to do that? Oh, because Dark Brandon artificially trends on social media every once in a while. So guess what? The Twitter mafia really likes when Joe Biden goes into one of his fucking dementia tailspins and starts yelling and clenching his fists and, oh, I'm driving an imaginary jetpack. Yeah, it's not exactly as fucking cute as you'd want it to be, but what the fuck, man? Like, this is ridiculous. Just wait for that fucking Super Bowl of elections. That's gonna be 2024. This shit, if you think it's fucking gnarly right now, oh, it's gonna get even worse, okay? And then when the Democrats get their ass blasted in November, oh, it's only just gonna continue to go fucking nuts, okay? That about 18 months leading up to November of 2024, oh, we're gonna be... I'm glad I'm going to be covering it, because holy shit, it's going to get fucking dirty. It's going to get spastic, and I'm here for all of it. Co-host Willie Geist said, what is your message to Ohio Republicans in this election who may look at JD Vance and say, I don't like the way he's running his campaign. I don't think that there's any Ohio Republicans, which again, all you need to do is just take a look at the numbers. In 2020, what percentage points decided the margin of victory between Biden and Trump in 2020? Oh, that's right. Ohio went for a Donald Trump 9.8% in his favor. Stop saying it's a swing state. It's firmly. And Ohio broke for Trump back in 2016. And the margins were slimmer for Barack during 2012 than they were during his near landslide in 2008. So fucking stop it at this point. Ohio is not a swing state. But again, I guess MSNBC is talking to those 6 pearl clutchers that are out there. A couple of fat soccer moms who are, oh, I just don't like JD Vance because he was very rude when I went to go get my copy of Hillbilly Elegy signed, and I didn't really like his tone of voice. Like, who the fuck are you trying to appeal to at this point? The people who unironically watch Morning Joe are coastal cunt flaps in New York and Los Angeles. The rest of the country doesn't know what the fuck that is. They think that it's Folgers in their cup as opposed to a couple of out-of-touch elites at fucking MSNBC headquarters. Nobody gives a shit about your fucking program. So by trying to say that there are Republicans that are out there that don't like the way that JD Vance is running his campaign. It's like, it's not fucking true. So again, you're building on a faulty premise. So instead of just, hitting that fucking ball that's placed firmly on that tee, what do? You decide to foul it off your front foot. I am one of the most bipartisan members of Congress. Well, that's nice. Your fucking party has shit policies, okay? And in order to get anything done through the Ohio Senate, or rather to reflect the will of the people of Ohio, you would have to adopt a little bit of a Republican streak in you. So, okay, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about here. The last 2 Congresses, I have been in the top 10% of the most bipartisan. Who gives a fuck? What does that even mean? I've been in the top 10% of the most bipartisan. What did you vote for? 1 overwhelmingly fucking unanimous bills? Like, just fuck off out of here. I want to work across the aisle. Look, Democrats aren't right on everything, and I'm willing to sit down and have conversations about how I'm right and you're retarded. Okay, we get it. And it's all this fucking lollygagging, it's ridiculous. About how we can move out of the age of stupidity. Again, now, he's letting his colors show on this one. I'm willing to sit down with people and tell them how they're stupid. And into the age of reconciliation and reform. You're from a state that is becoming more and more red as the fucking years go on. But yet, you, being a Democrat, want to try to fix that situation? Like, take a look at what happened with the Inflation Reduction Act. And then the fact that it just is laying squarely at the feet of Joe Manchin. Take a look at his numbers in West Virginia right now. Nobody is appreciative of the bipartisan efforts of Joe Manchin. Whenever he's up next for election, man, he might as well fucking retire or try to move on to CNN. I see that they have a bunch of fucking vacancies that are over there. Good fucking riddance. How do we fix all these broken systems? He continued. Maybe you could answer the point at this time? Some of those answers will come from Republicans, not the extremists that we are dealing with every single day. I want to talk to the likes of Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, and Lisa Murkowski. Those are the type of Republicans Republicans that capitulate to my needs and my wants, and I don't have to deal with anybody else. And that's what he's all about. And that's all the fucking Democrats. Oh, I'm very bipartisan when I go and talk with rhinos who just more or less just fucking go with whatever way the wind blows, okay? Mostly because their spines are made out of rubber. Those are the type of Republicans that I like to deal with. That makes me bipartisan. Fuck off. We've got to kill and confront that movement. Oh, the one that you want to kill the Republican Party. Okay, cool. I understand. But working with normal mainstream Republicans, adopting the talking points of Joe Biden. How adorable. Again, his version of the mainstream Republicans are the same ones that he wants to work with. I understand. That's going to be really, really important. Yes, I can't wait for the cancer analogies. We just need to cut out that big orange cancer that's in the Republican Party. Oh, the entire Republican Party? All of the new candidates that are coming in that are getting endorsements by Trump? Like your opponent right there, who's obviously going to dog walk you in the election? That's fun. Ryan added, I'm saying exhausted majority. Democrats, Republicans, independents against the extremists, leading an era of reform around reconciliation so we can heal this country and move into the future. That's what I want. Somebody who's trying to paint their opposition as extremists and unlikable people to talk about unity and reconciliation. He finishes up, again, I don't want to have $1 billion donor fund me. No, you'll just be fine with several millionaires stuffing your coffers. I understand. I need low-dollar people. I need low-dollar people? Oh, no. How about you're there to represent the people that are in the great state of Ohio? No, I just need people to fund my campaign because extremists are everywhere. Please make sure to sign on the dotted line and go to timryanforcongress.com. That's adorable. But good old unreliable Ted, Lion Ted that's out there. He looks a little bit better, a little bit more reputable now that he has the beard. He looks a little bit less baby-faced, and I still think that he's probably the Zodiac, and maybe his father had something to do with the assassination of JFK. Not entirely sure, though. Dems' only strategy is to scream Donald Trump, and GOP should stick to our agenda. Yeah, no, totally fucking on point, okay, when he says that. Especially take a look at Tim Ryan adopting the mainstream Republican, which is just losing with fucking dignity. The old McCainites that are out there. Yeah, that part of the party is fucking gone, okay? You can go deal with mainstream Republicans on mainstream media talking about things that only mainstream idiots want to talk about. People that are getting elected, the people that are winning the primaries of the Republican Party, that's who they're trying to demonize right now. On Monday's broadcast, the Fox News Channel's Hannity. Why are you going on there? Senator Ted Cruz said the Democrats' only political strategy, which you can see their cronies and the corporate media leaning on, is distraction. They want to scream Donald Trump all day long, and it's a real mistake when you see Republicans that will have a long discussion about the particular attack or that particular attack, and the GOP should focus on its agenda. Yep, exactly, because again, right now, Donald Trump is not on the ballot. He's just endorsing people, and again, as one of the driving forces behind the Republican Party, his influence is out there. But again, he can't hurt you right now. He's not on the ballot. There's no place where you can vote, okay? You can obviously write shit in, okay? And don't fucking take that too literally, you spurgs. But Trump is not on the ballot. That's next election cycle. If you look at the issues that are racking the country, whatever, that are hurting Americans across the country, you have number one, inflation, which just went up once again. The Democrats have no plan for inflation. No, it's just spend more money, make them a money machine go burr, and don't worry, we'll outprint inflation. Okay. Other than then to make it worse, to spend trillions more and drive inflation up even more. No, shut up, racist. Gas prices. They have no plan to reduce gas prices. Yeah, they do. They'll just release more strategic reserves that'll only carry you right up until the midterms, and then watch gas prices go right back up through the roof throughout the winter, which is just nice fucking timing on that one. Crime. They have no plan to reduce crime other than to make it worse, continuing to support radical leftist DAs. Yes, like the one in Manhattan, passing stupid bills like the one in Chicago, which I've got a video on that coming out shortly-ish. Yeah, that's a fucking wild bill that's out there. And yeah, all of California at this point is just all fucking AIDS, and that's just not what's being left on the sidewalk. That's just the policies in totality. They don't want to stop. Their plan is for more illegal immigration and chaos at the border. No, there's no border crisis. If you don't talk about it, there is no border crisis. They want to scream Donald Trump all day long because there is nothing on planet Earth that they hate more than Donald J. Trump. Exactly. That's why they want to try to force this indictment. Oh, he's got all the records. He's got everything at Mar-a-Lago. He had nuclear codes. What was that? He didn't have nuclear codes? Oh, fuck. He's got a secret national information that it should be kept private and it should be in the National Archives. It's like, okay, cool. He declassified all of it. No, we're going to indict him so he can't run in 2024. Oh, and then secure your absolute fucking ass blasting in 2024. Great, wonderful, fantastic. You never should have raided Trump. You should have just focused on your own party, and then, hey, we might be having a totally different conversation at this point. Maybe the policies would be more palatable, but at the end of the day, that's not what the Democrats are about. They want to stomp out Trump because they have such a fucking hate boner on him at this point. No innovation coming from that side of the aisle. All there is hate. Hate, division, and their proposal for stopping all of that hate and division, just capitulate. Just fucking take the knee and we'll bring it into our side. I don't fucking think so. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.